And Bruce, would you like to give us some background on that? You're not on.
That one died too. Here, Bruce, here.
I'm not talking today.
Sorry about that. The first PR is for extending sewer 800 feet on Laurelwood Drive and Laurelwood Circle for development that Zurich Homes is building in that area. It includes 13 lots for a total revenue and availability fees of $23,205, and the PR is for $18,495. Design and permitting through TDEC has already been completed, so the total project is $21,765, I think. The second PR is for engineering and design of a 2,425-foot sewer extension along Beechwood and Beechwood Lane. There's a failed septic system on Beechwood Lane with no rehabilitation methods. This is just to do the design work. It's a targeted area because there's power and water already installed along both along Beechwood and Beechwood Lane, and it's a prime spot for development. That PR is for $3,900.
Okay, thank you, Bruce. Is there any questions from the board members regarding the PRs? Okay, then I'll entertain a motion to approve the...
I got a question for Bruce.
Sure.
Will that engineering fee be covered in the sewer availability fees that we charge out?
It will, Nico, yes.
There's a whole second phase to this, Nico, which would be the actual construction. All right. All right, so for the Laurelwood sewer extension, $18,495. Do I have a motion to move forward with that?
Also move.
Okay, is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay, is there any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The Laurelwood sewer extension in the amount of $18,495 is approved. The second item was the Beechwood sewer extension engineering study in the amount of $3,900. Is there a motion to move forward with that?
I so move.
Okay, is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay. Is there any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The Beechwood sewer extension in the amount of $3,900 is approved. The next item on the agenda is the Robin Hood Park renovation to the existing facilities. And Bob, are you going to talk to that?
Yes, this is really a facelift to the existing facilities at Robin Hood Park. So you've got the two pavilions, the restroom, and all the sidewalks. So it's going to be a lot of cleaning and updating. So that is looking good before we reopen the park, hopefully once the paving is done on Sneed Road. It's $30,300.
Okay. Are there any questions from the board? Then may I have a motion to move forward with the renovations to the existing facilities at Robin Hood Park in the amount of $30,300?
So moved.
Okay, is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay. Is there any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, the Robin Hood Park renovation in the amount of $30,300 is approved. We have a couple of community updates today. The first is from the Fairfield Glade Fire Department, and Bob Terrafort is here to present that update.
This one.
Okay.
Good morning. A few things I was just going to update everybody on. The January 1, December 31st, 2021 budget is $142,000 for operations and $122,200 for capital. The funding for the budget, $132,000 comes from the Fairfield Glade Community Club. $10,000 comes from continuing donations from the community. The capital fund is completely funded by the community. Right now in the operation reserves, we have $37,000. In the unrestricted capital reserve, we have $40,000. And in the reserve for a new fire truck, we have $71,000. We last year bought a new hydrant truck, fire hydrant. The truck is used to maintain all the fire hydrants throughout the Glade, which is about 450 of them. The old truck was 27 years old, and it is for sale if anybody has an interest. The new truck, the only thing it's lacking right now is stenciling. Once you get the truck, it was a pickup truck, we had to outfit it with certain equipment, cap and items to hold the various devices, and we had to get emergency lights and sirens, but we're missing the stenciling, which we hope to get soon. On order is a new command vehicle, which is what the chief uses. The current one is 17 years old, and as soon as we get the new one, that one too will be for sale. So we hope to have that soon. These were done through state bids, so we qualify to go to the state and get the bid that any other municipality could afford themselves of. The problem is the truck is reasonable, but then once you start putting on emergency stenciling and then the various shelving and the lights and siren, that's all additional costs. So that's on order. Last year, we had 147 calls, emergency calls. This year, to date, we're at 36 emergency calls. We are currently having a boot drive at Food City Saturday, so if you can all come out to Food City, and it'll be from 9 to 1 that we'll be there. As you know, it's been difficult because of the pancake breakfast of the pandemic, so we haven't been able to use this building. In May, we won't be able to use this building either, although we are currently booked for July and September, and hopefully that'll come off. However, we had discussions with the community club, and we got permission to work with them on May 29th, which is the Memorial Day we normally work, to have a fish fry at St. George. So we think that'll come off, because one of the things we realize is fundraising's fundraising, but people tend to look forward to coming to that community and getting together, and it's become somewhat a tradition. So we felt like we had to really still do this somehow. And since St. George is outdoors, it lends itself to things. But today I got the good news, we're going to do it, and the bad news is we're going to do it. So it's not something collectively the community club and the fire department have done yet, so there's going to be a lot of work between now and May to make sure we have everything in place. I think that brings everything up to date.
Okay, thanks.
Is the individual that owns the fire department current on monthly payments?
Yes, he is.
Remind me what the monthly payments are.
$1,800 a month.
How much?
$1,800 a month.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bob. The next item on the agenda is an update from the Veterans and First Responders Memorial, and Phil Smith is here this morning to give that update.
Where's the microphone?
Good morning. Thank you for the opportunity to come and bring everybody up to speed on where we're at with the development of the Veterans and First Responders Memorial. We've been working on this for about the past 2 years, starting with the idea that a community such as ours that has over 1,000, estimated 1,000 veterans and several hundred first responders, either in past or current careers, and that this would be a great place for us to recognize and honor their service. And so we started through that process. We formed a 501c3 organization, so we're tax exempt. We've established all of our administrative and financial procedures, and we're set to go on that. We've contracted with an architect to help us draw a conceptual plan. I would point over here that this is, the location is going to be in Robin Hood Park. There's a more detailed drawing on our website, which is VFRmemorial.com, Veterans First Responder Memorial.com. And on that website is also our annual report. And our annual report provides quite a bit of detail in terms of what we've been able to accomplish over this first 2 years. And it talks about our next steps and what we plan on doing this year. We're on the verge of announcing our fundraising drive. This is going to be totally a privately funded memorial. And it'll be an opportunity for many individuals, businesses, corporations, and other associations to support this effort. And we're excited about that, and we'll have some announcements to make on that in a couple weeks, and we're finalizing some of those details. But it will start with what we're calling the Flag Plaza. And that's, we'll have the flags of the various military services, flags representing first responders, and then flags representing the United States and the state of Tennessee and Fairfield Glade. Within that plaza will be engraved bricks. And each of those bricks will have the name, or the potential to have the name, of a veteran or a first responder. And that will be a part of the entire memorial. And that's something we'll be talking about more in the coming months. So we're excited about this. We've had a lot of support, a lot of interest. We've had a lot of people spend a considerable amount of time trying to pull this together. We want it to be a first-class operation. We want it to be something that everybody can be proud of. And we believe that what we've got will fit that goal. I just want to thank the club for their cooperation. Finding a site for this was a process. We finally located at Robin Hood Park, which will be an excellent facility, be a very exciting place to be for the community. And so we're appreciative of that. But this is a cooperative relationship. It's not just for Fairfield Glade, but we intend to honor veterans throughout the county and beyond the county for that matter. And so we'll be talking a lot more about this too. So this is not just Fairfield Glade, but it's for Cumberland County as well. So with that, I would urge you, if you want more information, go to our website. That's where our report is, along with a lot of other information. Thank you.
Thank you, Phil. At this point, we'll entertain comments from the floor. Anyone that has a comment, please step up to the microphone.
Thank you. Just a comment moving forward. Number one, it is mentioned that in the study sessions is where the board addresses and answers questions and so forth. Just for clarity, and you can correct me, Ken, for the record if I'm wrong, when a resident comes before the board in the study session and poses questions, the board does not have to, and many times chooses, not to answer those questions. They go in secret meeting and have their discussion and maybe, decide how they're going to take and convey the information. But in those study sessions, you can ask a question and very realistically walk out with no answer. And I think that should be changed in the future, should be more open. That's what I'm looking for. Second part is just a quick thing as far as the voting. So now that the letter is going to be signed for the county lots, the county will now be in good standing. So it's my interpretation that they will now have over 1,000 votes because they will be in good standing. Thank you.
All right, Tom, and let me make sure that this is very, very crystal clear. Tom is mistaken on that. We will sign the agreement. The lots are not in good standing until annual assessments are paid on those lots. So unless the county decides they want to pay annual assessments on those lots, they receive no votes and no member privileges. Okay? And we have made that clear multiple times. So, okay, are there any other comments from the floor? Yes, sir.
My name is Dana Radio, and I live over on Delbridge, the pathway to Lake St. George. I'm here to represent my block, my neighborhood, and what I want to address is the first of our core values up there, providing a safe and secure environment for our residents. One of the things that we've noticed here in the past few weeks is we've gone into darkness over there. When I say that, the lights have been turned off in our neighborhood. And we would like the board to take a look at communicating with the county or volunteer, VEC, about addressing getting these lights turned back on. We read something in the newspaper, what was it, the Glade, I think it was a week or 2 weeks ago, about people complaining about too much light and not being able to view stars and things like that. Our concern is we have people with disabilities within our community, vision problems, some that have had strokes, and from time to time they have to drive on these streets or walk on them, and we feel that it is unsafe right now for the residents there. I'm sure that the chief of police and the fire chief would probably agree that light in that neighborhood would be safer for all of them. Not to mention it's a security risk over there when you have no light. Now, we don't have any crimes to report. We'd like to keep it that way. So I would hope that the board would take a look at maybe being able to get those lights put back on as quickly as possible. Anyone have any questions for me?
Thank you. Do we have other folks that want to make some comments? Yes, ma'am.
Good morning. My name's Maria Bella. I'm new to this lovely community that I came to in part because I found the advertisement in Ideal Living and read about it, came and visited, found it to be exactly what the mission statement says, a growing resort retirement community, and I went, this is it. This is where I want to be. This is where I'm going to retire. And then I got here, and a lot of everything I expected is true, even in a pandemic. But one of my neighbors told me, well, the outdoor pools don't have heaters. And I went, seriously? How can that be so in an ideal living resort retirement community? So I just wanted to ask the board of directors, are heaters for the outdoor pools part of the budget? Do you intend to install heaters on the outdoor pools? And if not, why not? So thank you for your time.
Okay. Do we have any other comments from the floor?
Ken, I can
Okay,
address that question.
Yep.
We are in the process of getting prices to heat the Dorchester pool. Dorchester pool is a much smaller pool, so clearly would be less expensive and be a good test case, if you will. So we're in the process of getting prices to do that, and hopefully we'll be able to bring something back to the board in April with respect to that. Yes, ma'am.
I would happily volunteer my time to assist with any of this. I have an extensive period of time that I've spent in aquatics. I'm an aquatic engineer, so anything that I can do to help move this process along, to make it as cost-effective as possible, and help ensure the heaters last as long as possible, I'm all in. Please give me a call.
Okay. In fact, Sam McAdoo is at the back of the room, gentleman in the far left. So if you want to see him right after the meeting, you can help him out. Thank you.
Okay, any other comments from the floor? Okay, are there any comments from the members of the board? Okay. And I'll entertain a motion at this time to adjourn.
So moved.
Is there a second? Second. Is there any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion to adjourn is passed. We stand adjourned.